Happy Thursday, everyone, or Friday Eve, as I sometimes like to call it. It's Weather for Weather Geeks time here on the 8th day of March 2018. We're in the middle of a pattern that is very much like midwinter rather than early March. You know, we kind of did this last year as well. We had a pretty toasty February, and then it was a chilly, snowy March, and we're seeing kind of a similar pattern playing out this year. We have winter storm warnings out for the primary snow belts of northeast Ohio and northwest PA. This includes Geauga and Ashtabula counties, also Crawford and Erie counties in PA. And we do have winter weather advisories issued by the National Weather Service in Cleveland out for Trumbull and by the Pittsburgh office, Mercer County. If you're new to this kind of idea, we're split between two Weather Service offices here locally. In our viewing area, the Cleveland National Weather Service office covers Trumbull and Mahoning County. Pittsburgh covers Columbiana, Lawrence, and Mercer counties. So kind of a split between those two offices. And sometimes that results in kind of some funkiness when it comes to the advisories and some interesting things during severe weather. But that's life here in Youngstown, where we're between those two Weather Service offices. I'm not real impressed with the snow so far this evening. This is struggling to get going, really. I think it's going to take a little while longer before we see an uptick in the intensity and coverage of the snow showers. This has been pretty innocuous stuff so far this evening. We're going to wait on upper level low to pivot in. Check out this thing on the visible satellite picture from this afternoon. Very, very vivid looking low pressure system. It's what we call a meso low or a mesoscale low, kind of a miniature area of low pressure. This was up over Lake Huron and has been pivoting down towards the eastern end of Lake Erie. This will enhance the uplift as we get into the evening over northeast Ohio, northwest PA. Very cool to check that out this afternoon. Going to keep a close eye on the road temperatures this evening. You know, we had some sunshine at times today, and we're into March now. The sun's getting higher in the sky. It can really warm up those roads. And so even an hour or so after sunset, we're still above freezing on a lot of our ODOT sensors here. Now, these road temperatures, along with the air temperatures, will get below freezing as we go through the overnight, allowing any snow to stick to anything untreated. Also going to keep an eye on a potential Lake Huron connection with the bands of lake effect. The high-res model has been showing this band setting up and then crossing Lake Erie and then impacting parts of northwestern PA as we go through the evening and into the overnight. That's why I suspect the highest amounts are going to be in our viewing area will be in northeastern parts of Mercer County. Look at this at 1:30 in the morning, showing that band kind of snaking through Ashtabula, heading down into the northeastern quadrant of Mercer County, and there'll be some heavier bands setting up over Geauga County, maybe northern Portage, and maybe clipping northwestern Trumbull. Outside of that, you know, this isn't going to be a huge event for a lot of our area tonight. It's going to be a pretty classic lake effect event where if you're not in the true secondary snow belts of Trumbull and Mercer counties, you're not going to get a lot of snow tonight. But let's not focus too much on the amounts. The impacts can still be significant, even if you're driving tonight in, say Liberty or Girard or Austintown, and even as far south as perhaps Boardman and Poland and Canfield. You might see the occasional heavier snow shower that can lay down some coatings and drop the visibility, and it could get a little tricky on the roads. So even if you just get a half an inch worth of snow, we still have to use some caution overnight tonight, because it's going to be one of those situations where conditions can be quite changeable in your travels. But when we look at the accumulation numbers, which everybody likes to take a look at, northwestern parts of Trumbull up towards Mespo might see 4 inches plus. I have a 4 to 8 zone that includes northeastern parts of Mercer County, New Lebanon, up towards Sandy Lake, and up into Crawford County. They're going to do pretty well tonight. The 2 to 4 zone, I've shaved it and trimmed it a little bit and made it a little farther to the north. And, you know, this includes places like Southington and maybe as far south as Newton Falls, and then kind of arcing over, maybe clipping Cortland, close to Sharon, around Mercer, maybe Grove City as well. But, you know, the greater Youngstown area, Mahoning County, northern Columbiana County, an inch, maybe 2 at most, is what I expect for tonight, and probably less than an inch once you're down towards Hanoverton and Lisbon and points to the south. So travel impacts, and again, this is mostly weighted towards our northern viewing area. In the areas where you can get a few inches worth of snow, the main roads can be slick if they haven't been treated. Secondary roads certainly can be impacted. They are typically not treated as much as the main roads, and visibility can be reduced in these heavier snow showers. And again, pay particular attention if you're traveling tonight over in Mercer County and parts of northern Trumbull County. Well, whether you're getting a little bit of snow or a few inches of snow, it's going to be cold and windy everywhere tonight. Wind chills are in the teens right now. They'll be in the teens all night tonight. So it's just going to feel like winter. And same holds true for Friday. Blustery January-like day on Friday. I think there can be a resurgence of flurries during the afternoon. One little kicker disturbance still to move through on Friday will cause an uptick in the snowflakes. Now, this is inconsequential stuff, but there can certainly be some flurries around for the mid to late afternoon hours on Friday. Then a quiet weekend coming up. It'd be nice if it was warmer. It's not going to be, though. Upper mid-30s Saturday, upper 30s on Sunday. This storm that we've been keeping an eye on does, in fact, look like it's going to stay off to our south. So when we look at the longer range, it's Thursday evening, so we can take a look at the latest run of the European long-range modeling here. This modeling, I show this to you a couple times a week, but it's certainly not the gospel. And it's not had a great track record at times in this pattern over the last month or so. I show it to you because I do think it has the right ideas more often than not, but recently its track record has been a little bit spottier. It's advertising more chill. The cold's going to ease some around St. Patty's Day, around 10 days from now. We'll even probably try to sneak up to 50 a couple of times. But while, earlier on, late in February, very early in March, I thought that might be a pattern that sustains us through the second half of March, doesn't look like it's going to be the case. Looks like the cold snaps back, and this chilly looking weather map for the end of March and right into early parts of April. Not much hope on the European modeling tonight if you're hoping that spring will be sprung late in March and early in April. Now, the pattern right now is very reminiscent of last year. Warm February, chillier March, but last April was warm. We'll see if this April follows suit. I don't like what I'm seeing early in the month on the latest European modeling. So we'll have an update on that set of data coming up on Monday. In the meantime, thanks for watching tonight's Weather for Weather Geeks. Again, we're not looking at a lot of snow in a lot of our area tonight, but some places are going to get enough to shovel, particularly in parts of Mercer County and in the far northern reaches of Trumbull as well. So be careful tonight and into tomorrow morning if we have any school adjustments, and we'll probably have a handful of 2-hour delays in our Trumbull and Mercer County areas. They'll be running, of course, on TV, WFMJ.com, Storm Tracker 21 app, and the 21 News app as well. I'll have a full update on the TV side tonight at 11. I hope to see you then.